Central Victoria. This is Win News.
Tonight, COVID restrictions remain as the country battles multiple outbreaks. One of Bendigo's biggest events cancelled for a second year. And a milestone moment for the state's switch to renewable energy. Good evening and welcome to Win News. I'm Amy Duggan. Also tonight, concerns more recyclables could be sent to Central Victorian landfill as the industry introduces waste export changes. Current COVID settings in Victoria will remain the same as almost every state and territory around the country battles an outbreak. The state's ramped up airport controls, checking thousands of returning Victorians with red and orange zone permits.
Victoria's recorded a single local case of coronavirus, a primary close contact connected to the Epping Hospital outbreak. The state government says we're in a stable condition, but the focus is on responding to the interstate, highly contagious Delta clusters.
More than 12 million of our fellow Australians across the country are in lockdown.
Victoria's in defence mode. Health officials are stressing the importance of measures such as increased border patrols, getting tested, QR check-ins and the traffic light border permit system.
We've now issued around 7,000 red zone returning permits. We've spoken to at least 3/4 of the people holding red zone permits.
Airport checks have now been ramped up for returning Victorians and any visitors from green zones.
We now have 150 authorised officers at the airport checking arriving flights from just about every capital city.
Around the country, Alice Springs has entered a 72-hour lockdown after a suspected infected mine worker spent time at the airport, and 5 new local cases have been recorded in South Australia, but no lockdown. Despite the state government indicating last week an increase to stadium, venue and theatre capacities, Victoria's current COVID restrictions will for now remain the same.
Across the boards, our settings will functionally be exactly the same over the next 7 days.
Bonnie Barkmeyer, Win News.
Bendigo swap meets have been cancelled for a second year in a row amid ongoing border uncertainties. Typically drawing crowds of up to 20,000 people from across the country, organisers are planning for a bigger and better COVID-safe event next year.
From antiques to old car parts, every year tens of thousands flock to town to find themselves a bargain at the annual Bendigo swap meet. But eager buyers now have to wait a bit longer. This year's event's been cancelled amid border uncertainty.
The last thing we want to do is put it on and people feel compelled to come and use their site, or they might miss out on it in the future. And then they're suffering a fortnight's quarantine and they might be off farms and they've got animals to look after and things like that.
Almost 1,500 stalls and sellers come from all over Australia to the Prince of Wales Showground every November, injecting $4 million into the local economy.
There are many sectors impacted, such as accommodation, restaurants, attractions, and really it does have a huge effect across the economy.
It's also a major revenue earner for the Show Society.
We have a lot of our regular market traders that rely on the swap meet event.
While the Sheep and Wool Show will still go ahead next month, organisers say it's not possible to deliver the larger swap meet in line with COVID restrictions.
One of the city's biggest draw cards, the committee hopes to make next year's events bigger and better, but in the meantime is hoping to hold smaller state-run events to help recoup some of the losses.
We need to get back to the school fetes and the Rotary Club things and all that and just help out.
Grace Aiken, Win News.
A new campaign is urging young Central Victorian drivers to buy the safest car they can afford to address the alarming number of deaths in older vehicles. 107 lives have been lost on Victorian roads in the first half of this year, the second lowest on record. But the number of deaths of those aged between 18 and 25 has increased this year, with the majority occurring in older vehicles that don't have key safety features. TAC research is showing young drivers place the least value on safety among all other road users when buying a car, but a new campaign is urging the group to make it a priority. A milestone has been reached in Australia's move to renewable energy, with construction starting on the nation's first wind turbine training tower in regional Victoria. New courses will be offered to help tradespeople up their skills to fit the innovative sector.
The almost $2 million project will provide training to work in the wind industry. It's absolutely fantastic that we've been able to work with government and industry to be able to pull this together as a first for Australia.
Construction started today on the first stage of the Asia Pacific Renewable Energy Training Centre.
A tower that will be built that will provide the basis of practical training for the workforce in wind farms. Not just safety training, but a whole range of aspects that go to the heart of what is needed by industry.
It's a partnership between Federation TAFE and the renewable energy industry.
They've developed that further and been very resolute in wanting to be the country's first in terms of providing a renewable energy training hub.
Qualified electricians, mechanical fitters and automotive technicians will be able to retrain to work in the industry.
Those people that have already got trade qualifications can actually come in here having a very intensive course and then become qualified in wind farms.
Construction of the wind turbine tower is set to finish later this year, with stage 2 of the project to commence in 2022. The next phase offers further training, including turbine maintenance and repair. Manisha Iswaran, Win News.
Central Victorian farmers are sowing the seeds to a greener future as many adapt their practices to benefit from carbon farming. Advocates say the sector's been successfully taken up across Australia and holds the key to future farming.
You don't need to tell farmers the climate's changing. They're living it every day.
A lot of farmers are recognising that the soil is not quite performing like it used to.
I've been here for 35 years and make no mistake, the beneficial rainfall events are becoming further apart.
The need to adapt's often led to innovation, with many farmers now taking up carbon farming.
It's managing livestock, it's managing vegetation or managing some other operations so that we either capture more carbon into our vegetation or we don't allow more to be emitted.
Farmer Niels Olsen's innovative soil renovators allowed him to grow a green manure crop alongside his cattle herd.
So it's reducing all the input costs and we're getting extra yield and we're improving the soil at the same time, and on top of all that we're getting carbon credits as well.
Sheep breeder Peter Jensch was able to more than double his flock with money he received from carbon credits by increasing the native forest around his station in Western New South Wales.
More than 1,000 farmers have taken up the initiative since it was first launched 10 years ago. And the industry roadmap projects the sector will soon be worth more than $20 billion in carbon project revenue.
Danielle Pope, Win News.
Western Victoria is set to become regional Australia's leading centre for hydrogen research and application technology. The state government's announced a $9 million grant to Deakin University's Warrnambool campus for its HyCell technology hub. 78 local jobs will be created during construction of the new building, which would also house almost 300 jobs in research, manufacturing and education. The facility is expected to be operational by the end of next year. Central Victorians seeking social housing could find it harder in the coming years as new homes fail to keep pace with overall housing builds. Welfare advocates say it's further proof we need more housing for our growing population.
A mixed bag from the Australian Institute of Health and Welfare.
While there's been an increase in the number of social housing dwellings across Australia, there has actually been a decrease in the proportion of social households as a proportion of all households in Australia.
There are more than 400,000 social housing dwellings across Australia, with less than a third of those outside major cities.
Social housing in Australia includes public housing dwellings, community housing dwellings, state-owned and managed Indigenous housing dwellings and Indigenous community housing.
Welfare experts are concerned by the report.
We're not seeing the kinds of growth in social housing that we need to see. What is most important for us is that there is just more social housing.
Advocates calling on governments to invest both in public housing and community housing projects.
They have lots of shovel-ready projects to roll out very quickly so that we can increase the numbers of houses that are available.
They say it's not just about helping the community, but boosting the economy as well.
We know that for every $1 million invested in social housing, there's a return to the economy of $1.3 million.
Eliza Watson, Win News.
Coming up next on Win News, the Bendigo man who took on an enormous physical challenge overnight for mental health, and concerns recyclables could be sent to Central Victorian landfill as the industry introduces waste export changes.
Has Kish made the wrong dish?
That kebab is
7:30 tonight on Win.
Hi, I'm Tracy Grimshaw. From the 1st of July, A Current Affair, and in fact, all your favourite Channel 9 shows will be on Channel 80.
At Carpet Court, we've matched the latest carpet, flooring and rugs to this season's must-have edits. And right now, you can earn triple Qantas points, both in-store and online. Carpet Court, triple Qantas points end soon.
Cold coming on?
There can't be. I have my son this weekend.
Own your cold. Work from home, so at playtime you can unlock Veronicasaurus. Soldier on sooner with Codral.
What's going on?
eBay Tuesdays. Heaps of deals every Tuesday.
How are those reports going?
On things like noise-cancelling headphones.
We should get sushi, Carol.
It's the little things that make time together great. The friendly cook-off. The kitchen creations. And warming dishes. Coles. Value the Australian way.
The Snooze End of Financial Year sale is now on. Save up to 50% off mattresses, including Sealy, Madison and Tempur, and up to 40% off bed frames. Hurry, sale ends Sunday.
It's amazing what a little snooze can do.
All ready to go.
Coles Car Insurance is full of nice surprises. Like the fact that last year we paid out 99% of car claims. So you can get back to what really counts. Coles. Value the Australian way.
It's Saturday afternoon and Dale Proctor's come in with what he calls a bung knee. Pharmacist Frank knows it's arthritis because he's got it too. Expert training and genuine understanding. Now that's real chemistry at Terry White ChemMart.
Get Bupa Extras cover before life goes down. It's less than you think. From under $3.50 a week. Search Bupa Extras before life happens.
How's it going, mate? 10 cars and a pedestrian. Check out the red car. It's mine, I saw it first. No, mate, no, not that one.
Why not?
Pirro's paint, mate. Look at the finish, the shine. You just can't do it.
Pirro's quality automotive paints and accessories.
We've just received a huge delivery of quilts and mattress toppers. So, out they go. Massive savings. These prices are till the end of June only. So be quick. Don't miss out. Only at Finney's, Shepparton and Bendigo.
Make great things happen in your community.
The link between our sporting precinct and the community was supported by the Bendigo Bank Community Enterprise System, and without it we wouldn't have these facilities today.
The strength of our community has been increased tenfold by this project. We could not have done this without the involvement of Strathfield-Sane District Community Enterprise.
Are you going to take the vaccine?
Hell no.
We have underestimated the anti-vax movement.
One of the biggest frauds in the world.
Don't take the vaccine! You guys are dangerous people.
Who is behind the anti-vax conspiracy? Tonight on Win.
Bendigo's Jed Zimmer is completing a mammoth marathon on top of more than 3,000 push-ups to raise money for mental health charity Headspace. Pushing through rain and blisters, he's raising awareness and reminding people they're never alone.
Completing a 42-kilometre marathon, Jed Zimmer's raising awareness for mental health, an issue close to his heart.
Since opening up, I've had friends, family members all come up to me, and that sort of just shows that how prevalent it really is.
Starting from Heathgate at 4 a.m, he also completed 3,318 push-ups, the number of Australians who lost their lives to suicide in 2019. 1 in 5 experience poor mental health, 1 in 4 young people. Experts say we should keep an eye on family and friends for signs and symptoms.
Changes to their normal routines, if they're seeming withdrawn, increased drug and alcohol use.
Jed's raised close to $3,000 for Headspace Bendigo, contributing to its $18,000 total.
We provide supports to young people between 12 and 25, but we also provide supports to their families and friends.
And one thing I always say is whether it comes to any sort of condition or illness, the first thing a lot of the time you do is go see a GP or talk to your friends and family about it. But I don't think it should be looked at any different to another disease.
Hoping to reduce stigma around seeking help, we're being reminded support's available.
If you are struggling, please reach out. There is support out there and you will get through it.
Grace Aiken, Win News.
An export ban on plastics comes into effect tomorrow, but experts say Australia's waste handling sector is not prepared. It could see recyclable items stockpiled or sent to Central Victorian landfill, but sustainability experts say it'll force positive change.
A ban on waste material exports starts tomorrow nationwide. It means Australia's waste can no longer be sent offshore to countries like China and Indonesia for processing.
One of the main things is that we reduce the amount of plastic that's created. So the plastic packaging in numerous forms.
Sustainability experts say these hardline policies are integral for driving important change toward building a nation more focused on renewables.
We want to see and grow and develop our resource recovery here in Australia. So it provides the right framework for us to invest more in enhancing our sorting capacity and also building more secondary processing facilities.
They're also suggesting the shift offers regional areas an opportunity to step up and become industry leaders, but government support will be needed.
The case of having to truck the waste from the recycled material from regional areas to perhaps a metropolitan area. But then again, we could set up a recycling facility here.
And experts say as industries shift to dealing with waste material domestically, thousands of jobs will be created across Victoria in line with new demand for waste and recycling handling.
There is an opportunity to increase the number of jobs by 10,000 or more.
Genevieve Lamond, Win News.
Central Victorian anglers are being encouraged to visit their favourite local fishing haunts these school holidays for a chance to hook a golden tag. The Victorian Fisheries Authority has relaunched its hugely popular golden tag competition, with more than 900 tagged fish stocked around the state's waterways. Hotspots include bushfire-affected areas, with hopes to boost more local tourism. Time for sport now, and 3 Central Victorian umpires have reached a mammoth milestone. The trio has clocked up more than 4,000 footy games across Victoria's junior and senior country leagues, and they won't be blowing their whistle on the final games just yet.
This trio of men in green have clocked up more than 4,000 junior and senior country footy games between them. Kevin Monk started umpiring in 1990 and was recognised as a life member and umpire of the year in 2003. As he approaches his 1,400th match, he says there'll be no slowing down soon.
For a bloke of 76, I thoroughly enjoy it, and why my body will let me keep doing it, I'll continue to do it.
Leo McClure began his career in the same year and recently celebrated his Millennium match.
Get out there and meet people, and you meet a lot of people. I've done junior grand finals and all, and a lot of wonderful kids out there.
Umpiring stalwart Tim Donnelly will soon celebrate his 1,800th game. He's reflecting on his many years blowing the whistle and says at the start he was subject to strict assessments every match.
To make sure that you were consistent, and if you weren't, you got dropped.
They say they do it for fitness, the social life and to give back to the community.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge every week. You've got to be switched on.
And there'll always be standout moments they'll remember forever.
A bloke kicked the ball from the centre and it looked like a tennis ball. It was that high.
When we got onto the ground, it was just drizzly rain. By the time we finished the 3 games, we were standing in about a foot of water.
Bonnie Barkmeyer, Win News.
Future AFL Stars have joined the final day of a holiday footy extravaganza at Golden Square Football Club. Children aged 5 to 13 took part in a simulation of football life, including skills, gameplay, team building and awards.
The program, run in regional areas across Australia, has been going for 14 years. This one starting with just 20 kids, now bursting at the seams with 220 young stars.
This day and age, we see so many kids focusing on computer games, etc., not being active and healthy. It's great to see them out for 3 days.
The 3-day program gives kids a chance to experience real AFL life.
We also run a famous Fitzpatrick Cup, and that incorporates a whole variety of things, including tribunals, drafts. We play for the prestigious cup at the end of the competition.
Including children of all skill levels, boys and girls, the 3-day school holiday program welcomes kids aged 5 to 13.
Obviously now about 20% of our clientele are made up with girls, which is fantastic.
Young girls getting a chance to compete against the boys in a fun environment.
We do practice nearly every night at home. Oh yeah, they go pretty good. They have a crack at it.
And with the kids taking part in an official AFL competition, including best and fairest prizes, heaps of gameplay and skill development, it gives them a chance to emulate their stars.
Paddy grips.
He has his own haircut. It's like a mullet. It's called cripple cut.
Genevieve Lamond, Win News.
Bendigo-born rider Simone Pearce will make her Olympic debut at the Tokyo 2021 Games in equestrian dressage. Pearce moved to Europe in 2010 and is currently based out of northern Germany. The 30-year-old's quickly risen through the international dressage ranks after returning from injury, which saw her break her collarbone and 6 ribs in 2018. Last year, Pearce broke the Australian record in the Grand Prix whilst competing at an international event in Germany. And that's it for tonight's sport. The weather's next with Chris, and we could be in for some more showers tomorrow and Friday, Chris.
Amy, it's looking like it'll be a wet end to the week. I'll have more weather details after the break.
You don't have to quit alone. You've got family to call on, mates to count on. And Nicorette's new spearmint gum, which acts fast and lasts. In fact, there are 141 fewer Aussie smokers each week. Now's the time to join the quitters.
It's tax time madness at JB Hi-Fi with over $1,100 off this massive 85-inch Samsung 4K TV smashed to $3,888. That's nuts. Grab over $450 off the latest Samsung 55-inch Neo QLED TV and stack some more tax time deals. JB, you've done it again.
This is Australia.
Colorbond, made by Australia.
4 out of 5 people who are blind don't need to be. A simple $25 surgery can restore sight. Please donate today to help carry on Fred's vision.
Every eye is an eye.
What started with a passenger list led me to discover the incredible story of my great-great-great Aunt Mary.
There could be more to your story too. Piece it together with Ancestry.
At Terry White Chemmart, get real deals on your favourite brands like Centrum for women and for men, Maxagesic paracetamol plus ibuprofen, and Vicks Vapor Rub Easy Applicator Ointment. Shop in store or online. Real value every day at Terry White Chemmart.
I'd like a bar of chocolate, please.
Your change.
Happy birthday, Mum.
There's a glass and a half in everyone.
My wife and I wanted to escape the city and move to a coastal location.
Because Bryn was only driving a short distance to work, he tried Yui. When your life changes, your insurance should too. Yui. You insured.
Each day, around 1,000 people join Australia's best performing super fund. Why?
They've always worked hard to get me great returns.
It's Australian, it's super, and it's yours when you join today.
Perfect lawn and more time for garden projects. Robotic mowers by Stihl, only from your local Stihl dealer.
Codral provides trusted relief at every stage of your cough, cold and flu journey. Codral's day and night tablets help relieve symptoms of cold and flu to help you power through your day and get a restful night's sleep. Also try new Codral Mucus Cough Liquid for fast cough relief and Codral Actor Relief lozenges to rapidly numb and soothe your throat. Right now at Terry White Chemmart, Codral Day and Night is just $9.69. Codral and Terry White Chemmart. Now that's real chemistry.
Do you know who Access Australia are?
Access Employment Services match the right job seeker to the right employer.
Access Creative Studios offer NDIS programs tailored to your individual needs.
Speak with us today to reach your potential.
Wake up to sleep at the 40 Winks Stocktake sale and save up to 50% off on leading brand mattresses, bedroom furniture, kids' beds and more. But hurry, the 40 Winks Stocktake sale ends Sunday. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
This report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Everything you need in electrical, technology, furniture and bedding. Shop in store and online today.
Welcome back. A few scattered showers around the region and those heavier rain clouds made for slightly warmer than average maximum temperatures this afternoon by around 2 degrees. Our weather photo tonight is from Glenda. Glenda snapped this beautiful sunrise from her backyard at Campbell's Creek, and it looks like a brilliant start to the day there, Glenda. Thank you very much. If you have a weather photo and you'd like to see it on our screen, go ahead and send it in. The address is weatheratwintv.com.au. For now, though, let's have a check of those details from today. It was mostly cloudy with some showers about. Still a chance of further falls as we head into this evening, and the possible thunderstorm as well. Bendigo saw showers after lunchtime. 16 degrees was the top today. In Charlton, cool northeasterly wind gusts recording to 35 kilometres per hour. And Swan Hill topped out on 17 degrees, but the apparent temperature was about 4 degrees colder than that. Let's have a look at our charts. A cold front crossing the Bight will approach the west tonight before slipping to the southeast and weakening early tomorrow. Looking ahead, another cold front associated with a low in the Southern Ocean will cross western and central Victoria on Friday. On to our forecast for tomorrow. Some patchy morning fog, looking cloudy with showers and the chance of thunderstorms during the afternoon. For Kyneton, 11 degrees. 16 will be the top for Echuca. 16 as well there for Charlton. A little bit warmer over at Hopeton. 6 to 17 the stretch, and 17 degrees for Kerrang. Now for Bendigo tomorrow, looking at a shower or two and the top of 14 degrees. And for Melbourne, clear and sunny skies, 17. Let's have a look at our days ahead. Friday will be cloudy with showers, most likely during the afternoon and into the evening. Saturday looking partly cloudy, a medium to high chance of showers, but possible hail for the southwest. And then on Sunday, cloudy and just a slight chance of a shower. That's all for weather tonight. Amy, over to you.
Thank you, Chris, and thanks for your company. From tomorrow, a new affiliation agreement begins between the WIN Network and Nine. It means we switch to Channel 9 at midnight, and in the morning you can catch all your favourite Nine programs right here on 8 and 80. You'll still be able to catch your local news in WIN News at the new time of 5:30, followed by Nine News at 6 o'clock and a current affair at 7. Look forward to seeing you then. Good night.
This has been a WIN News presentation. WIN News, Regional Australia's #1 news source.